Price Hill man could end up being forced out of his home because he refuses to follow local building, health, and fire codes.
We've told you many times about problems with the home of John Clements on Atson Lane. Clements and his son are hoarders who at times have filled the house and the yard with things they've collected from other people. In a story you will see only on Local 12 News, Rich Jaffe says the city and the courts are about to take a major and dramatic step in their search for solutions.
Recently retired Judge Norbert Nadel is back on the Hamilton County bench as a visiting judge, and the case in front of him is one that is really quite extraordinary, in which a man may be forced out of his own home because he refuses to take care of it. The man in the middle is John Clements. City and county officials have been trying to work with Clements and his son Joe for the last 3 years to get them to clean up multiple code violations at their Atson Lane home in Price Hill. Clements has even been to jail on some of the violations. It went so far last year that city officials forced a cleanup at the house, hauling out dumpsters full of Clements' acquired objects.
It not only goes across the fire code, it goes to health code, quality of life code, police issues, whether there's water or electric on, it would go on and off. So it's been quite a battle.
Some call Clements and his son junkers. They were also featured on the show Hoarders. The pair goes out prior to trash collection days and pick up truckloads of items. Much of it is stored in vehicles on the property, much of it stacked inside the house, making it dangerous for them, neighbors, and emergency crews should they be needed. It also affects property values in the neighborhood. The process now working its way through the legal system could force John Clements out of his home.
It'll be a receiver that would be appointed if the judge so chooses, and they will perform the cleanup and get it code compliant. And then from there, there's the possibility that they could sell it, and whatever funds are left over, give it back to Mr. Clements.
The receiver could also arrange another place for Clements to live and mental health counseling. At the Hamilton County Courthouse, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News.
Because John Clements didn't show up for court today, Judge Nadel decided to wait a week to hold the hearing. He wants the city prosecutor on the case to make sure that Clements receives notice of the hearing prior to moving forward. Now, there are actually 2 cases like this in play right now in the courthouse. Coming up at 5:30, you'll hear from the woman at the center of the other case. According to city leaders, she's been a hoarder for nearly 40 years.